The recession has affected everyone. It's not just the people who were low income, it's not just the most vulnerable in our communities. And in East King County, what we're seeing is a lot more new people needing services. We're seeing increases all across the board for basic needs. So the face of need has really changed, and it really is everyday people who weren't formally in trouble in any way economically, now finding themselves on the verge of homelessness, literally. So many people feel shame when they know that they need to ask help. It prevents them from reaching out initially. What I would want them to know is that they're not alone, that there are so many people these days who are in the same boat. I myself was in need in the past. I grew up in some challenging situations, and I needed to reach out for help, for counseling, for support. And so I know what it's like to be on the receiving end. So going to ask for help, going to sign up for the food bank, going to get help with your rent is by no means any fault of your own, and it's not a sign of weakness at all. In fact, it's probably one of the biggest power moves you can do for yourself and your family is by reaching out for the help that is there. All the organizations in our community are working really hard to meet the needs, to be there for people. They want people to come and get the help that is available to them.
211 community information.
One important resource that a lot of people may not know about is the Washington Information Network 211 number. And what this is that you can literally pick up your phone and dial 211. That number will allow you to access information and referral specialists. They're there on call to be able to provide you with information that you may need to get connected with public benefits, to find out how to avoid foreclosure, to find out about how to sign up for food banks and food stamps, all kinds of assistance.
Every mother's or parent's biggest fear is, am I going to be able to feed my kids at the end of the day?
All right. And did you want an extra bread today?
I have 3 teenagers at home, plus myself, and with 3 teenagers, they eat a lot, and just on the limited income that we have, we're just not able to get by.
Knowing what's available out there when it comes to filling your family's cupboards is really important. And fortunately here in Bellevue, we have resources for helping people with food.
The focus of our work in Bellevue is primarily to make sure that no residents in the Bellevue area goes to bed hungry. Through our Renewal Food Bank program, we are available to meet the needs of the hungry here on the east side, and we're open twice a week in the mornings and in the evenings to help people who have work and cannot access food during the day. They're able to access food in the evenings.
HopeLink food banks give individuals and families the opportunity to come twice a month to pick up groceries to supplement what they would normally purchase.
One other thing that we're gearing up for during the holidays, not just because of the holidays but also because of it getting colder, is the need for appropriate clothing, winter clothing. So right now there's a kids care coat drive.
During the winter months I really noticed that there was a need for coats. And I talked to my mom about starting a coat drive. And so that year we took the idea of having a coat drive along with a canned food drive at Chinook Middle School to the leadership team, and they said yes.
The distribution of the coats happens at Crossroads once a year, typically in the holiday dinner, but we do distribute coats through a lot of organizations and social service agencies throughout the months of November, December, and January, basically until our coats supply is run out.
Although it is just a coat drive, it still goes a long way to providing the warmth that is needed to basically survive.
Of course, one of the main things that the economy has brought to bear is the crisis that everyone is facing within their own homes around their finances. People are now realizing that they really need to get a grip on some of the things that haven't been going well for them financially and reach out for the advice that exists for money management, debt reduction, and other kinds of financial counseling that's out there.
I'm a single father. I have 2 kids.
So we are Consumer Counseling Northwest. We are a nonprofit, and our mission is helping people improve their financial well-being through counseling, financial education, and community outreach. We can help people get on a debt management plan so that they can pay down their debt and become debt-free. Another type of counseling we provide is HUD-certified housing counseling for people who are seeking a modification to their loan terms on their mortgage. The stress of being in debt can be very difficult, not just for the individual, but for the family unit as a whole. And so helping people to resolve that debt not only removes that stress, but because they're actually paying off the debt, they feel very empowered that they took responsibility for their situation and they were able to make it right.
Another thing that's become very common during this recession is high levels of depression and anxiety. So I want people to know that if they are in an emotional crisis, there's help for you as well. You don't have to bear that alone. So I want to let people know they can call our local crisis clinic in King County, and that number is 1-866-427-4747. If you are overwhelmed by what's happening today in your family and your life as a result of this recession or any other challenges going on in your life, it's very important that you reach out and that you know that there is a safety net there for you. There are people who care. They want to help you, and you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait any longer to feel better, to feel like things can be more hopeful for you and your family. You can reach out today and get some help.